Hey guys, welcome back to Castle Farms Homestead. Today I am going to be repairing something that I screwed up on earlier. If you remember, the other day when we put our doors on, we had a little wind mishap that ended out splitting our 4x4s. Our 4x4, this one, down at the bottom at each hinge spot, here in the middle, and then up at the top. And luckily, it's kind of just the corner that split off, and it didn't like tear the entire 4x4 in half. So what I'm going to do is I've got myself some glue, and I'm going to spread that apart a little bit, try not to break it some more, and put some glue in there. I've got a trusty tool to get the glue inside of there. It is a Gatorade Zero electrolyte packet. I thought this is going to be good. Actually, it's skinny and somewhat strong. I think I can shove glue in there before I then clamp it together and let it dry. So we're going to give that a shot, and hopefully it works. And then I'm using longer screws to get all the way through that 4x4, so the next time that happens, it will really rip it in half. Just kidding. Replacing that 4x4 is not really an option. For one thing, it's cemented in the ground. It's connected at the top to the header, to all the framework of the end wall, plus all the plastic. We would essentially have to totally dismantle this end wall and replace that. What a big hassle. So I am praying and hoping that this fix will do it. I've got me some of this Tight Bond 3 wood glue. It's supposed to be really good. I've used it before for other things, and it's supposed to be some of the best. But what I'm going to do is just kind of try to pull this apart a little bit to create more of a gap, squirt some glue in there, take my trusty tool, shove it in there, and hopefully get enough in there that it'll really do a good job. I think that's going to work. It seemed to really, glue seemed to get in there really well, and then when I clamped it, the glue squeezed out the edges. So that's great. I think that's going to hold. Unfortunately, I've used 2 clamps. I only have 3. So I'll have to get some others. But right now, I'm just going to get something to kind of wipe up the excess glue, and we'll let that dry, and I'll get started on the next one. So that's 2 down, and they both clamped up really nicely. So unfortunately, I don't have more clamps to do that one right now. And this one, unfortunately, cracked the other direction. I preferred it when the small part was at the top and then opened up as it went down, because I could just feed it full of glue. Now this one here is the other way around, so it's going to be a little more of a hassle. I'm going to have to work at shoving glue up in there. It's not just going to be fed by gravity. So, but I've also got to locate some other clamps. It is several days later now on this post repair, and I could not find anything that I wanted to use that I felt like I could get the glue inside of this last repair. I was looking for anything. I didn't feel like my trusty Crystal Light packet was going to do the job. So I finally got me a brush that I felt like this is a good cheapo disposable brush. So I'm just going to use this, soak it with glue, shove it into those cracks as far as I can, and just work it in there really well. And I think that that'll do the job. Actually, I think it clamped up pretty well. We'll let it dry, and tomorrow we should be able to put all the doors on. Woohoo! Clint has finished gluing up the post. It's been given like a day to dry and set up, and it's looking really good. If you'll take a look at it now, it doesn't even look like there's been a crack in it. And supposedly should be stronger now too than it was before. We did it on purpose. It's all part of the plan, baby. But now we have everything we need to fully complete the doors. We've got handles and hinges and latches and hooks and drop pin locks and all that fun stuff that's going to finish these doors, be able to secure them in any position so they're not swinging wildly in the wind. This time I've got 3-inch deck screws that are going to go in there to hold that hinge on. Oh, it feels good. Boom. Perfect. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Now, I need to need my hole to be right there. Boom, let's see. This is what makes it or breaks it. And breaks it. Put in the comments if you would do it this way or if you'd put the eye hook on the front of the door. Is it gonna work? I say yes. I'm feeling a little more confident now that we did a little messing around. Boom. Boom. Let's do the other side. Let's hang the door and put it up. Awesome. Yeah, let's grab it from the sides. Oh, this is the bottom right there. This is the bottom? Yep. No. It isn't the bottom. What are you talking about, Brady? Oh, well, that's why I was leading it out, because I thought it was the top. A moment of silence as we both pick splinters out of ourselves. People are saying, well, why don't you wear gloves? Because I'm not a child. Next, we have a latch we're going to put on it. And this latch actually has a spot where we can lock it. All right, what do you think?
Pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah.
Has a good sturdy look to it and all, which is good. So that's awesome. There we go.
Nice.
2 doors up.
Both doors secured. Looking good.
And I'm ready for lunch. So I didn't eat any breakfast.
You didn't eat breakfast?
I did not.
So that's like the most important meal of the day. It's another day and we're back on the greenhouse doors.
Woohoo!
We're putting in the drop pin locks today.
Woohoo! Yeah, that's great, because then when we have those, we can secure the doors and we can drop the sides and it will be a shelter in there. And now we can move everything into the hoop house storage room. So that's exciting. So let's show you what we got. I bought these drop pins. We got 2 of them, 1 for each door on this end, another package, a pair for the other end. And we've got some hardware to secure it on the door. That's a retaining pin, and then you have guides here that it drops down in. There. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take these pieces of PVC pipe, we're going to cut those in half, and we're going to put holes in the ground, drive these in the ground so that the pins will then drop into there to hold the door. First thing we got to do is we got to cut these in half, because we need 4 of them, and these are only 2 pieces. So let's go ahead and cut that in half. That'll work.
Well, we've decided to line the pin up with the door handle.
So I measured it precisely with my finger. So it needs to go right there.
Do you want a pencil?
Woohoo! Who needs a pencil? I got my eyeballs.
And we know that they're in perfect condition.
I think that was a smart aleck remark. Perfect measurements again. Yep, right there. Good. So this is going to go down here. Right perfectly, exactly right there. We need to put the next piece down low enough that we can drop that pin in that hole really well. So if it's dropping, about that far, here to here, that should be good, don't you think?
Yeah, that'll be really good.
Yep. So we'll take that and exactly perfectly align that. You know why it's perfect? Because my eyes have laser vision now. I had laser surgery on my eyeball, so I just close this one. Laser vision. It's awesome. It wasn't LASIK. Did I already tell you I had a retinal tear? Who knows?
Who knows? You can say it again.
I had a retinal tear. I started seeing flashes, lightning on the side of my eye. It was seriously just like lightning, like bolts of lightning. It was crazy. And that could be a sign of a retinal tear, and you don't want to get your retina detached. Went into the doctors, they looked at it, said, yeah, you have 3 retinal tears. We need to do laser surgery. They zapped it. Very uncomfortable, didn't like it. but it's doing pretty dang good right now. Feels good. So now we need to hook up the retention piece up here so that it holds it up out of the way down there. Beautiful. Make sure that that is straight on there. Done.
Boom.
Drop it. Hook it. Drop it. Hook it. Sweet. Now we got to figure out where we're putting that hole, because this door's a little bit, well, the door's not warped. The door is actually perfectly straight, which is amazing. Rarely do I ever make a gate that's perfectly straight, but this is pretty dang good. But because that pole, if you remember, is torqued and bent and everything else, causing that purlin to stick out of the plastic. So that made this kind of stick out. So we got to find a spot where it's straight. We're going to push it in until we get that straight mark in here. Mark it, put our hole in the ground, put the pipe in the ground, drop that pin. It's going to be beautiful. I can hardly wait. I'm going to use this ground stake to drive into the ground and basically pre-drill for the PVC. About there.
Oh, look at that.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted it to do.
That was awesome.
Now let's hope it's lined up right. Let's check it out. All right, here we go.
Beautiful.
Boom.
Look at that.
That's perfect, man. If we can do the same on the other side, we're gonna be sitting sweet. Does it look lined up with the other hole?
Bring it around town. Let's test him.
Test it out. Boom. And boom.
Very nice.
Look at that.
And then, I mean,
That's
it
close
sticks
up
out
there.
so much less
Yeah, once this
with
is
that
latched,
middle latch on it.
it would be nice to have just something to pull that in a little bit, but I don't know.
Heck, we throw a second one up here. That still pulls it in so much. That's, yeah, all the way. If we put one here, then it's hitting the backstop.
Well, that's looking good.
That's looking real nice.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do, pig. Let's do the other side. Come on.
And we can just leave those doors like that.
Yeah.
I was going to take them and secure.
We don't have to latch them up. They're latched up.
They're secure right there.
Yeah.
That is nice. So a weird thing that's been happening out here along the edge of the greenhouse here is the grass that is growing. Like, that's just like lawn grass
Yeah.
growing there. We've got it growing under the weed barrier here too.
Uh-huh.
But it's like,
And it's pretty much only happening at the holes where our hoops are going in.
yeah.
But if you look, that's where it's still moist. So obviously it's still holding moisture in those holes.
Yep.
That's why the grass is growing. But it is interesting. I mean, that's, yeah, like you said, that looks like lawn almost.
Our little lawn.
Get out the mower. We got our, hey, I wonder if we can play croquet on there. Our little miniature croquet.
We'll do a little bocce ball, do some lawn bowling.
There we go. There's another set. Boy, man, we could just grow a lawn out here, man.
I mean, it looks like we might be able to.
I know. That's crazy. I'm just eyeballing this one.
Mm-hmm. Is that not what you were doing on the other side?
I mean, kind of, essentially.
Now, I've seen videos of people performing chiropractic on large animals, such as horses and cows.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, you are not popping a horse's back. You are not strong enough to manually manipulate the spine of a horse. All right?
Boy, going into a knot again. Be honest, I didn't feel like it ever got a really good purchase on that.
Didn't sound like it either.
Yeah. It's in there.
And yet more effective than popping a horse's back. Because once again, you've seen these videos of people standing there, they got their hands on the horse, like, oh yeah, feeling it right here. You're not feeling anything. You're feeling the horse's muscles. That thing is so much stronger and so much denser than you. You're like, let me just, oh, did you hear that? No, you didn't hear anything because nothing happened.
Brady's rants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Subscribe to my podcast. That's what you get.
Boom!
Beautiful.
Beautimas.
You
All right.
are so beautiful to me.
Can't you see?
A very kind of a rude qualifier.
What?
You're beautiful to me.
Yeah, to me,
I like-
you know, I mean,
Oh no, okay.
I don't know about everybody else.
Yeah, don't listen to what everyone else is saying. You're beautiful to me, okay?
Yeah, you look like a horse, but you're beautiful to me. Horses are beautiful.
People love horses.
Oh my gosh. Shouldn't have started drinking this morning.
Started this morning. I haven't stopped. How many swings did it take me to drive that stake in? 2. Leave your guess in the comments.
Here we go. Voila!
Boom!
That is perfectamundo. Beauty mas.
All right, all right.
We did it. We're done. What are your thoughts on that, Brady? That very intensive process that...
Took a lot longer to get to the project than it did to do the
That's
project.
for sure. I knew it wouldn't be that long.
No, it was very easy. I was surprised at how easily the ground stakes went in and how easily the PVC went in.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah, a very pleasant
Yeah.
surprise. Supplies. I almost said.
Supplies. Supplies. It was a very good supplies.
That's offensive.
Because I didn't do anybody's accent.
Oh, it's clearly a German accent.
No, it wasn't. It was like a mix of like 3 different accents because I suck at accents.
Offending 3 different cultures.
So
One guy.
3 different cultures will go, that was Japanese. How dare you say that? Anyway, enough of this. Quit. These are serious videos, Brady.
Quit getting on a tangent, Dad.
Tangential video stuff. Anyway, it's good. It's done. And we're glad. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
That has made us one step closer to our goals of having our homestead here, and definitely a huge step closer to being able to get our stuff out of storage and paying those outrageous fees. Who sets those fees? Apparently we're willing to pay them though. Oh man, I hate it. But we'll get that stuff in here, quit paying those fees in town, and be able to put our supplies in there as we're building as well. So that's exciting. Hey, we'll see you next time
On Castle Farms Homestead.
You can't do that. On! Because you're stealing that from Matt Reisinger.
I don't know who that is.
I know. But
Sounds like he sucks, just like that other guy I said before.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good. He's got a lot of good stuff.
Don't watch his stuff. Watch our stuff.
You can watch his stuff and our stuff because it's pretty good stuff. So anyway, we'll see you next time on
Castle
Farms
Farms
Homestead.